Hello again. Well, as I alluded to at the end of yesterday's video, I was meeting up with a subscriber. I said I was going to let him lead the walk. Well, I met up with him. Clive, he's with me at the moment. And apparently we're going to start off in Mules Park. So let's head off towards Mules Park.
No, it's not a happy one.
No, not a happy train. No. Bad news about the Lido, I'm afraid. Believe it or not, it's closed already. So it was open for about 3 months, if that. But I've just seen the announcement on Facebook, here it is. That it is now closed, which is a shame. But the story goes that a lot of the people that work there have gone back to university now, so they've closed. So that's it for another year. Lovely. Anyway, as we walk up into Mules Park, I want to introduce you to the bike show in Dawlish. Andy did some pics for me. Got a 1.5 minute segment to show you. Here we go. So we've got the Dawlish Bike and Trike Show. Well, I couldn't make it this year. So luckily, Andy, who's a keen bike enthusiast, decided to go over and take some pictures for me. There he is, Andy, with his favourite bike, smashing. Anyway, let's have a look at some of the show with the pictures in the background and I'll shut up.
No.
There we go, that was brilliant, wasn't it? And they raised over £4,000. Here's the official announcement. So it's a nice bit of fundraising. And if you want to see my video of it last year, where I went over myself, it should be appearing at the top now. A link to it anyway. Right, so heading down now into the water section of Mules Park. We decided to go around in this direction.
Some tropical plants there, haven't they?
Yeah.
Just, obviously, this sort of climate.
Oh, absolutely.
Shelter Valley, they can thrive in there, can't they? And
yeah.
Yeah, it's marvellous, isn't it?
Yeah, a very special place.
I only discovered this a few years ago on this actually. I didn't realise you could get in.
Yeah.
I mean, that pool there, there's a lot of algae on it.
Yeah.
So he goes up in a series of
Yes.
steps, doesn't he? Oh.
Got to get a look at the Guerrera.
The Guerrera.
Yep. Smashing. Still here. Won't be long before that all closes up and disappears for the winter. Never mind. We'll see it when it's closed up as well.
Yeah, all that time we didn't know.
Still got all the algae over the pond where the fish I saw were. So can't really think about feeding them. I don't even know if they're really there now. But they definitely were there the other day when I came up and looked. That's that area there with the single cacti in the middle. As I say, it would have been nice if they'd done that throughout, but I guess it's not really to be. Never mind. Onwards we go. Right, we go top of the water features. That way's Dawlish Road. That way's Walled Garden. Find out which way we're going to go. Yeah. I haven't walked up this way myself for a long time actually.
It's almost a definition of one of those holloways which you often see in southern England.
Uh-huh.
Where people have worn down over the centuries the path into the ground.
Yes.
I mean, Dorset's got some real gems.
Here we go, out onto Dawlish Road now, heading up this way. Right, up there, Cambria. That's where Clive stayed. He's going to say.
Yes, that's one when we came with my parents, I was only about 8 years old at the time, but we came 3 years running, from 72 to 74. And the room on the left, you can see in the dormer, was the one we used to book. When it was run by Mrs. Reynolds, the guest house. And every time at meal times, like breakfast or evening meal, at the bottom of the stairs she'd ring this gong, boom boom, say dinner was ready.
Lovely.
It was a fantastic memory still. That's why I like coming here. It's just the views and the atmosphere, fantastic. I'm not sure who runs that place now, but I believe it was built in the Regency times for a doctor, back in maybe in the late 18th century or something. So when houses were starting to be built in this part of Teignmouth, they used to get these plots of land and then design whichever house they decided to, without any planning permission or anything like that. They could just build what they wanted, and that's like a chalet style building.
Cool.
I believe it's listed now.
Yeah, we'll go and have a look at it from a bit further up and see the chimneys. Yeah, can't see too much because of the trees now.
The back of there was an old garage. This is it. This was Cambrian House, bed and breakfast and evening meal. Back in the day, that stone feature there is more recent.
Yeah.
The benches are more or less where they were. And I think the benches are still, yes, under the columns there.
Yeah.
We used to sit there and look out, marvellous.
Smashing.
And behind that was the main lounge.
Lovely.
Yeah, we used to. I remember watching Top of the Pops there when Van der Welt, the Simon Park Orchestra was #1.
Lovely. There we go. There's the 10 chimneys we were talking about.
On Cambrian House.
On Cambrian House. This is from the other side. Lovely.
Lovely.
Right, let's crack on. Right, we're walking back down now on the route Clive used to take into town 50 odd years ago. But we're going to divert across into Mules Park again to walk down that way and check in on the doggo, our favourite wooden doggo. Oh yes.
Get that for the specimen.
Yeah.
Obviously, Team Beach Council have done a lot of those things with their green spaces.
No one queuing up to dip their dogs today though.
Yeah, back home in Kidderminster.
There's that pole ahead, and Clive remembers coming through here, heading for that to get to the walking down into town. Just do a close up on him. There he is. That's been here for since year dot. Lovely. Yep.
Amazing, still there. Obviously, all this field's changed now since.
Yep.
Needs a good mow.
Right, so wrong post before. This is the post we were talking about, and there used to be a sign there saying beach this way and East Cliff that way. Lovely.
Just the faithful.
Yeah, there we are.
There he is, look.
Our wooden doggo smashing and still wearing the bandana. Isn't that unbelievable? Yay! Hey!
Yeah, it's got it on. Look. Nobody's moved it.
Good boy.
Lovely. Nice bench was just taking the.
Yeah. Just explaining to Clive about this business about the 5 trees. It's actually 6. Sounds daft even now on the video I'm looking at it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got the 6. I've got the 6 on video for a change. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Excellent.
Smash you. Lovely.
Well, I was sat on the bench down here talking to Clive, who was showing me some stuff which I'll be showing you later on, and a robin popped up. So I'll put a little bit of Rufus's food from my pocket down there, and we'll sit here and see if we see him come over and take it. So this is what Clive kindly shared with me, a Rambles Round Dawlish book from around 1958, I believe. So I've scanned some of it in, some of it better than others. Obviously it shouldn't have any copyright problems, but it's for ramblers in the Dawlish area. Excursions from Dawlish, over the Holden Hills, lovely. Another picture of Holden there, smashing. And one of the things he wanted to point out to me was the parson, or the clerk from the Parson and the Clerk, where it still had his head, the top bit of the stone that's missing now. And Also, pause if you want to read it. There's the Legends of the Parson and Clark, quite concise. Nice and simple, rather than too long versions that you do sometimes get. Because it was a Ramblers place, they put some adverts in for places to stay, of course. Some which are still going today, some which aren't. So interesting to see the phone numbers as well, like 3-figure phone numbers, 4-figure phone numbers. Lovely. And of course, here's some adverts as well that were there. Just at random that sort of popped out to me. Probably some lovely picture of a bus, look at that. And finally, another thing of adverts, and you see Gay's Creamery bottom left with the 2 locations listed. Smashing. Thanks, Clive. Lovely. Right, well, no joy with a robin up here.
Didn't come back.
No, not as friendly as Rufus.
No.
So we're going to wander down to the observation deck.
So I think we'll avoid him next time, then, I think.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah.
Mum used to call it, so she's so yes. So he says Rufus substitute no.
And a quick spot of observation.
There's Chris cat there. Much expanded now.
Yeah.
He only used to do that bit on the right.
That's right. I was saying, like, the next thing you know is they're going to be starting to join the bits together.
That's the right way back to keep. That's interesting. I remember the Coast Guard's still there.
Yeah.
Remember that?
There we go, seawall. There's Rufus.
Down there on Spray Point.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Here we go, bonus train.
Whee!
Whee!
There he goes. Yeah. Only a 2 carriage one.
Yep, just a tiny tacker. Yeah.
St Michael's. Feeling a bit proud of them.
And there we go. Brings a slightly different walk to an end. Nice to hang out with Clive. We'll be no doubt hanging out with him again on another walk before he goes home.
Oh, lovely. Smashing.
Lovely train, see? Here we go.
This is the Birmingham Manchester. Is it a happy train?
No.
Didn't recognise me.
Clive waved.
In fact, that's an Edinburgh one, that one. So
No, right.
you won't get there till about maybe 6-7 o'clock this evening.
Smashing.
Back in Scotland.
Right, well, I'll see everyone who's watching, hopefully tomorrow. Same time, same place. And I'll bring you a train right now. There we are.
Great Western from Paddington. There's that Plymouth, probably Plymouth one. The new 800s. Well, not so new now, but they took over from the old high-speed HST trains.
Right. Okay, lovely to leave you. See you next video. Bye-bye.
Bye.